Hello everyone, it's Laura here, and today we are going to be working on this page in Colormorphia by Kerby Rosanes. And so today is a fairly big day for this page because we don't have too much of it left really, other than we do have some odds and ends with the Clockworks still, like some of the nuts and bolts and little doodads and whatsits and numbers and thingamajiggies, you know. And then the other thing we have to cover is there's a few animals in here. There's a bird, a little dragonfly, and a larger dragonfly. And then we also have, of course, the florals and the leaves, the thing that I am least likely to do well. So just warning you from here on out, if you want to just take this, pardon the street noise, I do have the window open. I can shut it if needed. Let's see who's here. Hi Jody, welcome. Good morning. How are you? Good morning, Patty. Hello, hello. All right, so that's where we're at here with this page. We've done some brass and silver and the background. So those are the things that I'm really confident about. As far as the rest of it, you might just want to take it and run and do your own thing. But I'm going to show you how I finish it anyway. Just saying, if you want to do your own thing, I will not be offended. Okay, so what I have here is I have my Polychromos color chart. What I'm looking at is I really want to finish up all the metals. So I have this gear back here, which I just totally missed. And then I have the hands themselves. There's some little accent pieces. There's a couple of little nuts. And I'm just looking. Shout if you see anything else. Excuse me. I'm just looking at the chat. Hi, Leslie. Excuse me, Abby. Alright, so we have little Miss Abby here. In my arms. That'll make things interesting. We'll learn this together. You got that right. That's all right, though. Right now. Yeah. Alright, so what we're doing, I'm just looking, and you know, it's funny, I really kind of want to, sorry, I really want to kind of make these almost like galaxy, like a dark blue with maybe reflecting the stars. I kind of like that idea. What do you guys think? Hi Cassandra, welcome. Cassandra, I sent out your book. I found it funny. I think you've ordered quite a few already. So, since this is like your, I don't know how many books you've ordered. Anyway, I sent you a little something different, since you've probably gotten all my freebie bags already. Yep, Patty, I'm not stalling. See, this is part of the process for me, is I actually, okay, Abby is also clearly not going to help. No, this isn't really stalling. So what I'm doing, Patty, is I'm taking a look at the piece and visualizing what I'm going to do on top of it. And I think it's actually a pretty important part of the process for me. And I'll tell you why. A lot of the things that I imagine, you know, once I think them through and visualize them, may not actually turn out the way I was thinking, you know, initially. So sometimes what happens is like, I'll visualize something and I'll think about it, and then as I'm pulling colors, you know, I change my mind. We have a little drive-by Abby here. Hey, cutie. This is why I don't put my water glass on the desk. No, no. Please don't do that. Okay, hello. She is just all over the place, guys. Can you come here? Can you snuggle with me? Oh, goodness. Hello. Alrighty. Hi, Squishy. Thanks for coming. Sorry, I'm cat herding right now. I'm herding cats. Okay, I'm just herding one cat, but she is cat enough for anybody. Okay. She's over by the window checking out the sunrise. Our clocks have swapped back, by the way, so now I'm GMT -4 for like a little while, I think, and then we're back to -5. I think. I could be wrong, but I think we're all funky right now. Thank you, Lozzie. I can always use moral support for flowers. Let's see, we've got Kenny in the house. Morning, Kenny. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I am happy to talk through my process. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. And what I'm thinking of and what I'm imagining is to have like a dark blue, purpley kind of clock hand, with, you know, adding some dots later in white with our white acrylic paint. I'm thinking that's the way I'm going to go with that. And we may do some similar work to the flowers as well. Okay, so in that case, I might be pulling some new colors here. You can feel free to follow along or not, depending on the outcome. I don't think I want that one. I'm just looking at my color chart here and trying to match them. So I'm definitely looking for dark indigo. We use this also for our silver. Alright, I'm going to use these two for right now, and we'll go on after that. Okay. So, yeah, the thing is about my, how I work, I tend to do it all right here on camera with you guys, so I apologize. I'm using, oh goodness, it's so dark today, 157, this is dark indigo, and what we're going to do is we're going to just gently layer this dark indigo on in the dark areas of the clockwork. Just anywhere where Kerby has already put some black down, I'm going to put this blue down. I'm also putting it underneath, especially around the silver, where I feel like the dark blue would definitely reflect back and catch some light, or not. Throwing some shadows. Okay, so you can see I've worked behind that there, and the reason being is now I'm going to work slowly on the main thing. Now what I want to do is I want to leave some white of the paper in just some key areas, which will still make this look very metallic. So you can see I've got some really dark area happening here. In order to contrast that, I'm going to leave a little bit of this white curlicue, the white of the paper. All right. Alright, let me check the chat. So this base might look a whole lot like the silver base that we started with before. Here we go. Oh, the bird's tweeting. Yeah, see, that's something that you don't really notice when it's here. Yeah, Abby Fur. I'm sorry, guys. It's good to see you guys here. Oh, zoom in. Yes, I can zoom in. Thank you, guys. I'm so glad you're all here. It's too early. Oh. Hi, Shannon. Welcome. Hey, hey. Alright, good to see you all. Thank you so much for coming. So what we're doing here, we're adding in some very dark areas right along these watch hands. Alright. No. Hi, Connie. Welcome. I'm just reading the chat and seeing if I missed anybody. Clearly I have been. Alright. So now let's go on to the lower one. Again, just going along and choosing some areas of dark and light. What's fun about metal is the dark and light areas can be quite arbitrary feelings sometimes, so you can get away with actually quite a lot here as long as you remember to put contrast in. So what the metal really wants is a very dark area and a very light area. And actually the closer that you put them together, the shinier the metal will look. So the trick is to do transitions which are soft enough to look metallic but tight enough to look shiny. There's all kinds of variables going on too as far as the surface of the metal itself. Am I off camera yet? Hi Sammy, welcome. Oh, thank you so much for popping in. so good to see you guys. I'm sorry, I'm missing some of the chat here. I'm just trying to find what I'm missing. Oh, I hope Raggy's okay. I'm not really sure what's going on in the chat, but I hope Raggy's okay. I hope that's... Oh my. Alright, so now that this looks fairly silver, and the reason why is it's the same color that we used on the silver undertones. No. Alright, Jody. Alright, so now what we're going to be using is 141 Delft Blue, and I'm sorry that there's not too much light. It is literally still dark outside. The sun is just coming up. The whole world is sleeping except for the birds. And me. And you guys. Well, thank you all for coming. Now what I'm doing is just layering this Delft Blue on over what we just put down. And it is a much richer blue. It's very pretty. It's reminiscent of some of the colors that I have in the sky already. Alright, so what I have here going on is some soft gradient now. I have a really dark area here with the clock hand, and now I'm going to just softly fade that on into the white. I do feel like this black line is a little harsh, so what I'm going to do is just add a little bit of this Delft Blue to that black. So I'm doing the same thing elsewhere. Anywhere where I have a really dark line. Excuse me. Take a big gulp of water. Oh my. Alright. So I think you can kind of see the difference here between the one where I've layered the blue and the one I haven't. So let's do the same. Oh, is it one of your favorite, Lozzie? Thank you, Connie. I hope Raggy's okay. Everything is fine? Is Raggy okay? No, I don't mind at all. I'm just reading the chat, sorry. I think people want me to zoom in some more. So there we go. Hopefully you guys can see this okay. Oh my goodness. Well, hopefully Raggy is just fine. And he is coming home soon. Alright. So it just gives a hint of something extra here. And then, let's see. I'm just looking at the colors already in the sky. And what I'm gonna pull, let's see. That looks about right. So let's swap to 144 Cobalt Blue Greenish. And I'm sorry if that's not picking up on camera too well. We'll just go with that. I'll put in the description below, I'll put all of the colors at the end. So just really gently layering just in some of the edges. So what I'm doing here is just kind of highlighting certain spots which I really like with this color. Maybe the edges between the white and the blue. Alright, so I really like how this looks. I think it's just a little bit different, but it's still kind of recalling the rest of the palette. So I'm going to do the same with this one and this one here. And I think also, yeah, I'm trying to decide about the numbers. I'm trying to decide if I want them the same color. I think maybe I do. I don't know, what do you guys think in the chat? Yeah, Leslie, Emily is back home. She is with her kitty cat, and she is just fine. I'm going to swap to 157. This is the dark indigo. It's like the camera really likes. There we go. Alright. So let me really quick grab my sharpener. Alright, the light situation should get better soon. The sun is coming up. Yay! Oh my goodness. And yeah, Leslie, of course, you know, it's good to see. I mean, I'm grateful for the time we had together. Alright. So now I want to create a really shiny look here, so I'm going to cut right through this. Let's do our X shape. So I'm just literally drawing an X right on through and then coloring on inside that triangle on the side. And same with the other side. Okay, now I'm going to switch really quick to 141 Delft Blue. Oh no, Patty. Well, I mean, that's good that it'll be more accessible, but sorry if they're coming so early in the morning. But thank you for getting up early to watch us. That's very sweet. I don't want anybody to feel obligated to lose sleep, though. The live streams will always be there to play back. So, and you know, you can watch the live chat back as well, so you can still feel like you're part of the live action. Alright, so we are swapping, of course. Let's see if this will work this time. We've got 144 Cobalt Blue Greenish. And this little guy doesn't like to focus, but we're doing what we can. And I'm just going to add this right on into some of the edges. And I'm going to do the same thing to that guy up there. I really like how these are turning out. So I think we're going to do the same to any kind of specialty gear. So I'm swapping once again to 157. Come on, bud. 157, this is dark indigo. There we go. Alright, this is a great color for shadows. Alright, so now let's put a neck shape, but let's tilt it a little this time. So that the highlights are going this way. Alright, and I'm going to use this same color really quick just to go and add some darkness to that little bolt there. Let's just add a little bit of color and shadow just around that little bolt. I'm going to do the same to this bolt here. Put a little extra shadow around him. Alright, we have a few little cogs here, which I think we just missed, so I'm just going to also add a little bit of background color, just trying to touch up anything we may have forgotten. So I'm just going to add some color right around there. Okay, so let's go ahead and swap to 141 Delft Blue. Come on, bud. Delft Blue. Yes, that's the color anyway. And we're going to do that little guy there. Oh, thanks, Cassandra. Well, when we first got out our gears and our Clockworks from the first episode where we did metal, I showed a bunch of different clocks and timepieces, and one of them had blue hands, sort of like this. Now, they didn't have a galaxy reflected in them or anything like this, but it was a pretty cool timepiece, and I really liked the blue hands. So that's sort of what our inspiration is. I also love to use a selective color palette, so that's also what's going on here. So I'm going to swap to 144, which is Cobalt Blue greenish. Swapping back and forth quite a bit. So what I'm doing is just adding this to the edges, softening it out. Just adds a little something extra, I think. Okay, so we have the inner Clockworks done. Let's zoom out a little just so you guys can see the overall effect. So we have the Clockworks, we have those little doodads. Let's do the hand, I mean not the hands, the the numbers. So I'm going to autofocus, and let's grab 157 dark indigo, and I'll zoom back on in. Now what we're going to do is the same strategy for each little number here. So I'm going to color in. What I'm going to do is kind of follow what's going on around the numbers. So we have some shading going on from that silver. So I'll do a little right there. And I'm going to leave the center the white of the paper. So now I'm going to kind of follow that with the others. You can take into consideration the things that are overlapping it and creating cast shadows. So let's go around the whole thing now and just do the same thing. So we have a big band of darkness going through here. Maybe we want to have some brightness in these. So we can just take things as inspiration and kind of go with them. So I want the two ends here to have some brightness around them. That way we can kind of pop it out from the background there. But I still have some shadow going through that, so it still feels like it's part of that environment. So we have this area down here. You can see there's a shadow running through that silver bit. So just gently adding a little bit to that guy there. And we have a big dark shadow running right through here. So let's see what happens when we do that. And see, if you don't like something, you can always, you know, if you've only put one layer down, you can always grab an eraser and lift most of it. That's why I'm usually using light pressure and only using the side of the pencil, at least at first. Okay. So we have all of those guys kind of blocked in for where the shadows go. So let's swap over. See if we can get our guy to focus this time. We've got 141 Delft Blue. What was focused there for a moment? There we go. So now we're going to go around and we're going to work on all those numbers all at once. Lozzie, you're funny. Yeah, no flowers yet. We're still working on the metal. So anywhere where we put down that really pretty blue, I believe it was Prussian. Wait, let's check. No, it was indigo, dark indigo. So anywhere where we put down dark indigo, now I'm putting this Delft Blue. Alright, so now I'm going to swap over to over here, the number 3. So I am applying quite a bit of pressure to get this color. But with the metals, you do want to go for a bold look. So don't be afraid to get in there with the shadows and really go dark. It makes it look super metallic. I'm very sorry. Sounds like there's some yard work going on. Let me just peek for a moment outside and see what's happening there. Let's see if I need to close my window. Still not ideal, but alright. Sorry guys, I just had to close that window. A little bit noisy all of a sudden. Have a great day, Dorothy. Thanks for popping in. You guys. Don't worry, the flowers will get color. So I just picked up Delft Blue, which is what we were working with before. And we are moving over to here. Okay. Oh, thanks, Ashley. I'm glad that you like the different colors. Yeah, you know, it's not for everybody. I'm sure a lot of people not follow along with this, and that is totally okay. You know, I just wanted to try something a little different. Okay, so now all of them have Delft Blue. Good morning, Bridget. Welcome. Yeah, the time zones. Oh my goodness. I get so mixed up with them all the time. Okay, so we have 144. Oh, Cobalt Blue Greenish. Well, he was in focus there for a moment. Some days I have better luck than others when it comes to that. Alright, so we're going to use this guy, the same colors, the same 3 colors we've been using for all of the blue metal. And that just, I think, just gives it a little something extra. Alright, so now moving on over to the number 3. And also the number 6. Hello, Abby. Hi, cutie. What's going on? Come here. Hello, little snuggle bunny. Hi. Hello. All right. And then also over here. You don't need a lot, just a little goes a long way. Baby girl, you a snuggle bunny, huh? Yeah. Okay, so now that we have all of the dark blue metal, let's see here if I can zoom out for a second so you guys can see. Sorry about the glare, there we go, it's a little better. Alright, so now what I'm going to work on is we have this thing here, which I really want to get kind of established. So the flowers around it are going to be very bright and light because of the way that that lantern will be lighting. So let's see here. I like these colors. We're going to continue to use those. And let's pull see here. Oxide green, that's pretty good. Let's see, chromium green opaque. This is the one we're after. Okay, so I'm gonna pick a color for some of the leaves around there. So you can see here, this is a little lantern, so I want this little area to glow, but I don't want it to take away from the overall impact of the clockwork. So it's going to be just a little glow here. So what I'm going to do is I've just grabbed a green color that I'm going to use as the base for the leaves. So that is, let's see, 174 chromium oxide, wait, chromium green opaque rather. Sorry, it's 174. Oh my goodness, and I apologize, I have little Abby in my arms, and so of course a little bit less mobility. Okay, so this little area here, what I'm going to do is anywhere where I know it's going to be shadows, I'm going to put this green on the leaves. So because of the way the light will be shining, we're going to have some shadow underneath this flower on this leaf, and these leaf tendrils are kind of falling back in space away from this. Okay. So this just kind of helps me figure out where my light is going to go for those little green leafy bits. We've also got, I believe these are greenery. I could be wrong there, but no, we're going to go with it. And now let's do a new color here. We're going to drop in some of this 144 Cobalt Blue greenish. And what I'm going to do is these little bells here, I'm just going to color a light layer of this just to sort of get an idea of where the shadows and the lights will go. Alright. So just to give an idea, so all the edges of these flowers, I've really just left white. Alright, and then let's make, I'm swapping back to, let's see if I can focus this, 174 chromium green opaque. Come on, there we go. Well, I had it there for a moment. Oh my goodness, let's see. Alright, Leslie, have a great night's sleep. Hi, Lucy. Welcome. Hi, Susan. Hello, hello. Thank you all so much for coming. It is a beautiful Tuesday morning. And we've got some leaf action going on as well here. So let's see here. Let's first deal with that. Okay, this is a stem. Now we've got some leaves here. So here's part of one. Yeah, big girl. Alright, so that leaf is going to be mostly in shadow with just a little bit of a highlight. And I think same with these leaves, just a little bit on the edge there. Alright, so what we're doing is we're just establishing the lights and the darks. Yeah, the time changes, yeah. yeah, we've got some time changes. So now I'm looking at the other flowers in the vicinity. So what I want to do is let's grab we've got Cobalt Blue, greenish, 144. Yeah, that's not focusing. I'm sorry, I have Abby in my arms. Abby girl. It's tricky to focus like that. So what I'm doing is just putting in the shadows. So since the light is coming from right there, we're not going to have a whole lot of this blue. But as we go further back in space, away from that light source, we get more and more shadow. So we just have to find them. And then we'll be good. And so I love using just one color to kind of find my shadows, figure out where all the lights and the darks go. Alright, I think these are also older petals, outer petals. Alright, so we have a blue flower and a blue flower. So let's grab I think this will work. How about 137 blue violet? Will it focus? Okay, well, it's 137 blue violet. Yay! Focusing. Take care, Ashley. Have a great day. Alright, so this little flower back here, I want to just give him a different color blue, more of a purpley blue. Alright. And so that's a really good foundation. So what we have here is now everything has just a one color base, and we can see where our light is going to be. It's going to be right around here, and then there's going to be bits and bobs as it goes off into the distance. So now I have to decide what color light that will be. Is that a blue light? Is that a warm yellow light? I'm leaning towards a warm yellow light, almost like a candle. Not that that would make a whole lot of sense in space where there's no air, but you know, we don't have to be logical here about these things. Maybe what we'll do is let's just finish basing out other bits of leaves and we can come back to that. So I'm going to grab Let's see if we can get this focused here. 174 chromium green opaque. Oh, yeah, the cat hair helps. Well, in any case, that's the color 174 chromium green opaque. We're going to use this color now to go over all of the different bits of greenery just to establish the lights and darks. Now I will layer other colors over this as I go to give different leaves a different color, but I don't think it's a bad thing, at least at the start, to focus on one thing at a time. So first we're just worrying about shadows and where the shadows go. We're not worrying about color yet. With a complex image like this, I tend to like to break things down this way, especially if I'm not as comfortable, like leaves and flowers. Alright. So all of that will be in shadow. What do you think, Ab? Abby is right here with us. Alright, let's just make sure. So we're just doing a quick base. You are so right, Cassandra. Flowers and leaves do make oxygen. So that could totally be a candle. We have our own little floating ecosystem right here. Okay, I'm thinking this is a leafy bit. Not 100% sure though. Is that a flower or a leafy bit? Well, this back here is leafy bit. I think this is leafy bit. Well, it's becoming a leafy bit now. So I like having all of the different greenery just sort of blocked in with one color. This really does help me see where my lights and darks are going to go, and then later on I can come in and add a lot more color variation. This is a really light layer. I'm not pressing hard. I'm not really worrying about being very precise even. This is just about me figuring out what I'm going to do. So that way it's not so daunting. Oh yeah, we forgot this gear back there. That's right. We will get to that. So a lot of this is pretty much the same stuff. I'm just doing the leafy bits first. And just, for instance, this leaf just going along the inner area where that main crease, that main big wrinkle would be. I don't know what they actually call it, what the technical term for that is. But that center area will definitely be darker. So just adding some color there. Alright, we've got another big leaf here, which almost reminds me of a feather. It's a pretty cool leaf though, so we'll give him a little bit of color right along, again, right along the middle, leaving the outer edges blank for now. We'll come back in later. Hope you guys can see this okay. We've got this little thingamajiggy. Alright, we're getting all sciencey in the chat. Alright, Lozzie, I hope you have a safe drive to work or safe trip. So we're not worried, guys. We're going to come back and really work all of these areas. It is tight on screen. All right. We're getting there. Oh, it's the bus for you. Okay. There's nothing wrong with the bus. Public transportation is amazing. I think that's a leaf. I've just made it one. Okay, so this is gonna definitely take way more than one session. I don't know why I always get myself into these predicaments. Yeah, Kenny, it's so true. Although I think I may have gotten sick, but we'll see. Oh yeah. Alright, that's a little better. Abby cat. So just adding in some color. We've got quite a bit of leaves to do. Um, oh man, Lossie. Excuse me. I'm really sorry, guys. Um, yeah. Oh man, that's funny. Oh my. Good afternoon, Chica. Welcome. It is morning for me, afternoon for you. Alright, so we have more leaves. Just trying not to bump the camera. We've got so many leaves going on here. Alright, and then let's see. It's tricky to get the page centered. Excuse me, the page centered. My voice is going, so we'll see how long I can last. Alright. We're getting there though. Alright. Kenny. Oh man. Oh man. Well, I don't know if it's right to make people listen to me. Oh my goodness. I think I missed some of the background. That's gonna be fun. Yep. So I'm just gonna really quickly switch to 157 Dark Indigo, and let's just fill in some of the background that we missed. Yep. That was background. Alright, I'm switching back to 174 Chromium Green Opaque. This is the color we've been using for all of the leafy bits, just to get an idea of where all the green goes. Little Miss Abby has been helping us. Haven't you, cutie? Yeah? Alright. Oh, goodness. So I'm not really sure how this is going to all go together, but we'll see. Only a week, Kirsty. Wow, that's actually doing really well. I still have double page spreads that I'm working on in Kerby. But for me, his pages just seem to take so long. That's alright though, I'm not complaining. I don't mind saddling up and hanging out with a page for a while. I think this is a flower. Well, this bottom part can be green. I think that's a flower. Alright, so we've come back around on all of our green. Let's see. Oh, thank you, Jody. Yeah, I like Kerby too. I think he has some beautiful work. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's see here. I'm just looking at the time here. Let's see. Let's zoom out for a minute. Yeah, I think what we're going to do, I'm just taking a look. Oh, thank you, Kenny. I think we're actually going to take a break here for today, and we will come back on this next Tuesday. The only reason why is I feel my voice going, and unfortunately I have plenty of other things I've got to talk through today. So I don't want to stress my voice out too much if you know, if it's going to go. Thank you guys. It's getting there. So what we did today was we did the dark metal, the dark blue, and we established our light source here with the little glowy lantern, and then I also just put a base layer of green everywhere where the leaves are going to go. So we still have quite a lot to do, and I'm just oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm feeling okay, but I figure, you know, if I'm feeling a little under the weather, then I should take a break now, and yeah, we'll get back to this soon. So what I'm going to do is I've used several colors, so I'm going to list those in the description after the video is done processing, so you can check that out in just a little bit. And yeah, thank you guys so much for joining me. And I'm sorry to cut it a little bit short today, but hopefully I'm okay, Lozzie. I'm feeling a little bit like I have a cold or something, and my sister and I did spend quite a lot of time out and about, so I probably just picked up something along those lines. Nothing serious, but yeah, you know, I'm fine. I just figured I should stream as long as I can, but since I'm tired, I should stop. So yeah, I'll be alright. Thank you guys so much. And yeah, I hope that this takes us a little bit further along, and I will catch you guys next Tuesday for the next installment of the Kerby Clockworks in Space series. Take care. I hope you have a wonderful magical time coloring. Bye.